Welcome to the Deep Dive. Ready to unearth some fascinating historical connections?
Always up for a little time travel? What intriguing threads are we untangling today?
Well, get this. We're zeroing in on September 30th. 3 seemingly unrelated events, all occurring on this date, had a surprisingly big impact on how our world turned out.
I love it when a date sneaks up on you like that. What's first on the docket?
First up, we're heading to Africa in 1966. Picture this. Botswana, newly free from British rule, is bursting with celebration as they mark their hard-won independence.
Ah, a pivotal moment for sure. This wasn't just about Botswana, right? This was a landmark event in the wave of African nations breaking free from colonial rule.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Botswana, landlocked and thought to be resource poor back then, they defied the odds. They became one of Africa's most successful democracies. How they managed that?
That's the question, isn't it? The key was how they played their hand. They had diamonds, yes, but they were smart about it. Invested heavily in education, infrastructure, the whole bit. They knew sustainable growth started with strong foundations.
Smart move. Botswana's journey is practically a roadmap for developing nations. It highlights the power of forward-thinking leaders and using your resources wisely.
Couldn't agree more. It's a story that deserves to be studied and shared.
Okay, ready for our next historical pit stop? Fasten your seatbelts, because we're going back to 1949. The world's still recovering from World War II when, bam, on September 30th, the Soviet Union drops a bombshell, literally.
Ah, the dawn of the nuclear age. A real game changer, that one. Soviet Union detonating their first atomic bomb shattered the U.S. monopoly on nuclear weapons and, frankly, changed global politics overnight.
And it wasn't just political, was it? Imagine the fear, the uncertainty ordinary people must have felt, knowing humanity now had the power to destroy itself.
Absolutely. The Cold War was a time of immense anxiety, that ever-present threat of mutually assured destruction. It wasn't just a theory. It was a terrifying possibility that colored every aspect of life, from foreign policy to the movies people watched.
Right. The bomb practically had its own genre in film. Okay, for our final deep dive, let's switch gears to something a little more upbeat music. Think about it. The music you love, the artists you listen to. Did you know that a simple event on September 30th, 1927 played a role in shaping all of that?
Now, this is a curveball I wasn't expecting. Intriguing, do tell.
Well, on this date, the Columbia Phonograph Company decided to rebrand, and they became, you guessed it, Columbia Records.
I see where you're going with this. Easy to overlook a name change, but in this case, it marked the rise of a powerhouse in the music industry. Columbia Records went on to be a major player, signing some of the biggest names in music.
Exactly. We're talking Sinatra, Elvis, Beyonce. The list goes on, all thanks to a decision made on September 30th.
It really highlights how these seemingly small moments can echo through time, shaping the world in ways we don't always realize. Who knew a name change could have such an impact?
It makes you think, what's happening today that will seem momentous to people decades from now? So there you have it, from a hard-fought independence to the nuclear age and the evolution of the music industry, all on September 30th. Who knew a single date could hold so much history?
It's a great reminder that history isn't just dates in a textbook. It's a web of interconnected stories. It makes you wonder, what seemingly insignificant events are happening right now that future historians will be analyzing and debating?
That's something to ponder, isn't it? Thanks for joining us for another fascinating deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep uncovering the hidden connections that make history so captivating.